he comes, here he comes. There's the trumpets, there's the drums, here he comes. Hopalong Cassidy, here he comes.
Guard, post number 1.
What's the trouble?
We was driving a bunch of horses in the fort last night when we was attacked by a bunch of bandits that drove us off.
You'd better come with me to see Major McCready.
This is Major McCready speaking, sir.
You had orders to have my horses here 10 days ago, Major. Why aren't they on their way?
We're having a lot of difficulty rounding up horses, sir. It seems...
I want horses, Major, not alibis.
If you give me permission to do it through some local people, sir, I'm sure I can get them for you. I know a man down here who's familiar with the country, and if anybody can get them, he can.
I see. And just who is this one-man army?
His name is Hopalong Cassidy. He's a rancher. He's been organizing a troop of volunteers for the Rough Riders.
Well, I don't care who you engage. I have got to have those 500 horses, and I want them here right away.
Sir, these men were rounding up horses last night, and they were attacked by a gang of bandits.
Orderly.
Yes, sir.
Ride over to Vista Grande Ranch. Tell Mr. Cassidy I want to see him right away.
Very well, sir.
Take these men to the hospital.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you later, sir.
Now, boys, you're doing fine. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a call to active service any time now. All right, Windy, blow attention. We'll try it again. Oh, that's enough.
I'm getting better every day, ain't I, Hoppy?
It's a cinch you couldn't get any worse, Windy, of all the bow-legged, funny-faced old cowpokes who ever tried to blow a bugle.
That's enough, Smoky. What right have you got to call the bugler a bow-legged, funny-faced old cowpoke?
Why would anyone call him a bugler?
Just 'cause you're going to be a sergeant don't give you no call to talk to me that way. Why I was tooting a bugle when the only uniform you wore was held up with a safety pin.
All right, Windy, blow attention. No, never mind, I forgot. All right, boys, through.
Major McCready wants to see you at headquarters right away, Mr. Cassidy.
Lucky, take charge of the troop. Come on. Hello, Boots.
Pop's got something to tell you.
Yeah?
Must be pretty important.
You seem to know everything that goes on around here, don't you?
Well, you always told me to keep my ears open as well as my eyes, didn't you?
Come on. How are you, Major?
Glad to see you, Cassidy. I've got a job for you.
I'm ready for orders.
Come over and sit down. Hoppy, this job doesn't mean putting on a lieutenant's bars and leading men into action.
Well, the commission's not so important. I'm perfectly willing to serve in the ranks, if that's what you mean.
No, it isn't that. We can get men enough, but we're up against it for horses. The men the government hired haven't come through. We need tough, rugged horses. The kind of horses that run wild out in this part of the country.
Oh, I see. Instead of being a soldier, you want me to be a horse wrangler. Is that it?
Well, not exactly.
I kind of hoped I'd get in on some of the fighting.
I know how disappointed you feel, Hoppy. But you see, there are other ways of serving your country, ways more important. And frankly, I've got to call on you for this job.
But you've got plenty of men around here can do that job.
But you're the man we need, Hoppy. It's urgent. I've already recommended you to my superiors.
All right. How many horses you need?
500. And I've got to have them within a week.
If there are that many horses between you and the border, you'll have them.
Thanks, Cassidy. I felt sure I could depend on you. Now, you can take as many of my men as you need.
Well, I'd rather use my own boys. It's all the same to you, Major.
Very well. Suit yourself.
Well, let's see them.
See what?
Your shoulder bars.
Well,
Something more important has come up, Boots.
Well, I can't see anything more important than being a soldier during wartime.
That's enough, son.
Yes, sir.
Go to your quarters till you learn respect.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Cassidy.
well, the boy's got a right to his own opinion. He'll probably grow up to be a fine soldier.
I'm beginning to understand more and more, Cassidy, why people speak so well of you.
Well, thanks. But all this palaver ain't getting them horses for you.
I'm depending on you for that.
Thank you, sir.
I sent you to your quarters.
I came to apologize.
You shouldn't have talked like that to someone who likes you as much as Cassidy does, son. After all, he's one of your best friends.
I know it, Dad. I'm sorry.
You like him a lot, don't you, son?
Better than anybody I know, next to you.
Well, if I liked anyone that much, I think I'd make myself believe whatever they did was the right thing.
Mind if I ride over to Hoppy's ranch and talk it over with him?
That's exactly what I'd do if I were in your place.
Hi, riding my way?
Mind if I do?
It's a free range. You can ride any place you want.
Guess I shouldn't have talked that way back there at the post, Hoppy.
Well, a fella's got a right to his own opinion, ain't he?
Yeah, I guess so, but he ought to do a little figures where his friends are concerned.
Ah, forget it. Come on.
Boys, left. Whoa!
Aren't they splendid? Let's watch them a minute.
I'm not very interested in watching a lot of cowboys playing soldier.
Oh, I think it's an excellent idea getting themselves ready. Why don't you organize the boys on your ranch into a volunteer troop?
I'm afraid I have to leave the volunteering to those who can afford to go. Can't very well go off and leave my ranch to run itself. Come on, Barbara, let's go.
No, they'll be through in a minute. I want to say hello to Lucky.
Well, fellas, I think we'll take a little rest for a while.
Rest for a while? What you want to do is go over and make calf eyes at the little schoolmarm.
What this company needs is a little discipline. Hello, Miss Barbara.
Hello, Lucky.
Hello, Carson.
Hi, Jenkins.
How do you think we're doing?
Splendidly.
I'd rather hear you say that than almost anybody, except the general.
Fooling yourself, ain't you, Jenkins? You don't believe you and Cassidy and that outfit's ever gonna get a chance to fight, do you?
I think we will. Cassidy's over the post right now getting our orders. When are you going to join up?
Well, if I did join up, I'd want men behind me that could fight and ride.
What are you trying to say, Carson? You know there isn't a better bunch of riders in this range than our outfit.
I noticed none of them ever tried to ride that Thunderbolt horse of mine.
Well, there's no use of taking any unnecessary chances.
When a man's afraid, one alibi's as good as another.
Come on, I'll have a try at that Thunderbolt right now. Wendy, Smokey, come here. I'm gonna ride Thunderbolt.
You know that horse a killer, you darn fool. You're staying here.
Come on, Carson.
Well, we gotta find Hoppy and get him to stop the darn fool before he gets his neck broke.
Fair, daring him to ride that horse.
Too bad, Lucky.
You hurt?
No.
You better get your horse and get back to the ranch.
Cassidy's giving you a chance to back out, Lucky. You lost your nerve.
What are you trying to do, Carson? Cripple my boys?
No. Just giving them a chance to make good on some of that big talk they've been throwing around.
And I hate to spoil your fun, but that man killer ain't gonna trample none of my boys.
I don't see why anybody has to ride that horse to prove his courage, Mr. Carson.
Well, of course, if you're the little boy's nursemaid and you're afraid he'll get hurt or...
Nobody's nursing me. Get a saddle on that bronc.
Wait a minute. You heard what I said. You're going with me.
Get your hands down. You're not riding herd on me.
Take it easy, Lucky.
Well, if Mr. Cassidy won't let you uphold the right and honor of his ranch, maybe he'd like to try riding Thunderbolt himself.
Sure, Cassidy. Let's see whether you've got nerve enough to ride him or not.
I ain't aiming to put on no show. Well, are you coming with me or am I gonna have to drag you out?
Hoppy right, Lucky. You can't afford to get all broke up. We got work to do. Hoppy's got orders, round up some wild horses.
Come on.
Keep that saddle handy. I'll be back and ride that bronc if it's the last thing I do.
Say, Wendy, I won't need more than 10 of the boys to help round up them horses. Let's leave at sunup in the morning.
All right.
I guess you won't be needing me.
What's the matter with you? You want to quit the outfit?
Of course not.
Well, then you're riding with us.
You mean you're not going to hold it against me? Me getting out of line back there?
Ah, forget it.
Looks like the Army's gonna get those horses. Round up Shorty and Pete. Meet me at the canteen in a half an hour. I don't know where Cassidy figures on rounding up that many horses. Well, that's his lookout. Anyway, the rest of you fellas go with Hawks.
Trailing Cassidy ain't gonna be none too easy.
You do just like I tell you. Now, if it looks like Cassidy's gonna get enough horses to fill that order, send Brad in with the word. We'll have enough men here to hijack the herd and run them across the border. Hey, do you remember that fella Jordan we sold that shipment of rifles to? Well, get a hold of him and bring him here. Tell him I might have some horses for him.
Now, the rest of you fellas know what to do. What's bothering you there, fella?
Nothing.
Oh, yes, there is. You're not going to hold out on your pal, are you?
Oh, Hoppy, you ain't afraid to ride Thunderbolt, are you?
What do you think?
Well, I didn't think that you was afraid of anything that walked on four legs, but over there at Carson's ranch today.
Still got your doubts, huh?
Well, seeing's a believing, ain't it?
I never knew that you had to prove things, especially to your friends.
You don't have to prove anything to me. I'll punch a guy in the nose that says you can't ride Thunderbolt.
I ain't so sure I can ride him myself. Maybe I better have a try.
When?
Well, there's no time like the present. Hey, Windy. Smokey, get the horses. We're going over to Carson. Jump on your horse there.
Ride him, Hoppy!
Ride him! Shove in the steel, cowboy!
You got him, boy! Come on, get it,
Turn his ears back, Hoppy!
You got him!
That's scratching him, Hoppy.
That's right, Hoppy.
Thanks, Smokey. I guess he's cooled off enough now. Turn him loose and let him buck.
I knowed you'd ride him, Hoppy. I'd have done it myself if you hadn't.
Yeah.
I wish Carson could have seen that. Why'd you let him make you look like a tenderfoot?
Well, if I'd have done it today, I'd have been showing off. You and me don't do things like that, do we?
Not us.
What are you doing here?
I just came to ride a ways with you.
You can go as far as the bridge with us. Hey, Windy, do you have to take that thing along?
Oh, Hoppy, I got a great idea. I figured we can kill two birds with one stone.
What he means is kill two birds with one bugle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not only will I get some good practice, but the wild horses will get used to bugling.
What he means, if they can stand for his bugling, they can stand for anything.
Come on, boys, we're on our way.
Hopalong and his men are on their way.
All right, boys, get going and watch yourselves.
Well, this is where you leave us, son.
How far are you going?
Well, we might have to go as far as the range north of Ghost Canyon.
When you figure you'll be back?
To get the horses, we ought to be back by Monday.
I hope you get a million of them. I'll be watching for you.
All right, Boot. Goodbye.
Come on, Lucky.
Come on, boys.
Well, there's Ghost Creek Canyon.
Yeah, and on the ridge the other side of there, we ought to find all the wild horses we want.
Think we'll make it tonight?
If we keep moving, we'll make it by sundown. Canyon will be all right. Hold all the horses we can get. Spread some ropes across here. Across there on the other side, there's a nice little pocket where we can camp.
Hubby, I wonder if this place is haunted.
No.
Yeah, I guess it is.
That's all right, Windy. We'll take care of you.
Oh, close your trap.
Come on, come on.
Like Cassidy's gonna make this place his headquarters. He figures on rounding up 500 head of horses on this range. He knows something I don't. I don't remember of any wild horses being in this section for 2 years. Neither do I.
Hey, Windy, will you quit fooling with that bugle and bring us something to eat?
Oh, hold your horses. Here, hubby. Finest mess of beans you ever throwed your lip over.
There, these beans sour?
They ought to be all right.
Tastes like bugle to me.
That's the trouble, you young fellers. You've been spoiled. What are you hollering about? If beans like them is good enough for T.R. himself, well, they ought to be good enough for the likes of you.
T.R.? Who's T.R.? I never even heard of him.
You never heard of Teddy Roosevelt? Well, who in Sam Hill do you think I've been talking about for the last 5 years?
Oh, that's right. I plumb forgot. Come on, tell us some more about hunting with Teddy.
Now you're talking about a man. Come on, come and get it, you fellers, or starve to death. Speaking of T.R., there's one of the finest hunters that ever shouldered a gun. Knows all about wild animals and horses. Yes, sir. And who do you suppose it was that learned him all he knows about the plains?
Who?
Well, I did. Who do you think? Him and me was bunkies once up in the Badlands. We was hunting bighorn.
Who?
Why, Teddy and me, you big lunkhead. Well, sir, we started out one morning. It was on a Thursday. No, it was on a Wednesday. Or, Friday. No, I'm wrong about that. It was Sunday. And Teddy says to me, says he, Windy, can you ride that horse? Say, Teddy, I can ride any horse on 4 legs. Well, I got aboard him. And he bucked. And he bucked and he bucked. Why, that horse done everything a horse knows how to do. Well, after I finally rode him to a standstill, who do you suppose the first one was to come up and pat me on the back and say, Windy, I knowed you could do her? Ooh. Why, T.R. himself, you big string bean. Ooh. What's the matter? Can't you understand good English? Well, I'll be... Ooh.
What's the matter with you, Windy? Lay down.
Come on, up and out, up. Come on, Windy. Got your coffee on here. Get some bacon out. Lucky. After you have breakfast, I want you to go over and look around the meadow the other side of the range here.
Ain't you afraid to let him go without me, Hoppy?
Ah, he's kind of growed up now. Now, Windy, you take 2 or 3 of the boys and go over around Crooked Creek. That's about 5 miles east of here. I'll take the rest of them and go over the other side of the buttes. Don't worry none if I ain't back for a couple of days.
No use trailing Cassidy today, is there, Horse?
No, he'll herd whatever horses he gets into the canyon.
This is going to be easier than I thought.
Yeah? I don't think it's going to be so easy.
Looks like Cassidy knows his stuff.
There's about 30 head there.
Look, here's the old windbag with 30 or 40 more.
Boys, the trail's getting hotter. Them horses passed you since the last rain, less than a week ago.
Any good grazing in that direction?
Yeah, and there's water, too. Looks to me like that's where they're headed. There they are, boys. Let's round them up and head them for Ghost Canyon.
Yeah, it's all right for you to say don't worry, but Hoppy's been gone 4 days.
Now listen, you young squirt. You don't have to worry none about Hoppy. Why, he knows every water hole in this neck of the woods.
Look at the dust kicking up out there. Must be a windstorm.
Windstorm? It's a windstorm every time you open your mouth.
It's Hoppy. Say, has he got a bunch of horses?
Come on, you bronc peelers. Help him pull them in here.
They're sure making it easy for us.
Must be near 200 in that herd.
Sneak down to the edge of their camp and keep your ears open.
Good work. You got a couple of hundred head there, haven't you?
Yeah, but some of them ain't worth grazing in space.
Well, we brought in about 200.
We need another 100 then. Well, we'll get them tomorrow. And if we drive them hard, we'll get them back to port in time.
I don't think we'll ever make it, Hoppy.
Sure we'll make it. Don't worry about it, Lucky. Saw a good-sized herd over around Willow Basin today. We'll round them up first thing in the morning.
Cassidy's figured on starting back to the fort day after tomorrow.
All right, Brad, start out and tell Carson.
You ain't got nothing to worry about, Jordan. The men might have had some trouble rounding up the horses. But I expect to hear from them any time now. Maybe this is one of my men now.
Well, they'll have a full herd together by sundown, and they're ready to leave early tomorrow morning.
There you are. They'll be delivered in your corral tomorrow night.
Fine.
Now, let's see. That's 500 head at $20 a head. That's $10,000.
That's right.
Well, what about the money?
Well, you know, same place, the corral.
All right.
Goodbye.
What's your plans?
Get the men together and take along 10 horses with our brand on them.
Why the 10 extra horses?
Never mind. I've got an idea.
Any word, Dad?
What do you mean?
About Hoppy?
No, not yet.
Gee, something must have happened. He said he'd be back by this time.
Now, you run along to school, son, and don't worry. Hoppy will be here all right.
I know something happened.
Why ain't you to school today, Boots?
I was going, but I got too worried about Hoppy. They haven't heard a thing from him.
He must have run into some trouble up there.
That's what I was thinking. I'm going to ride up towards the pass and see if I can find him. If I'm not back early, you tell Dad not to worry.
If you're not back by sundown, you'll get a darn good tannin'.
You tell Dad not to worry.
According to our count, Hoppy, there's over 500 head of horses in that herd.
Yeah, but we'll have to thin out some of them. Too small to be any good. Well, we better turn in so we can get an early start in the morning. All right, boys, bed down. Lucky you keep your eye on the herd. I'll relieve you about midnight. If you get nervous, just wake me up.
All right, but don't forget when midnight comes around, I get tired.
Ah, you're always tired. You make me tired. You've even got the horses tired.
Oh, go to bed.
I wonder what's keeping Brad.
I don't know.
It's gonna be easy, boss. There's only one riding herd. Your friend, Lunky Jenkins.
Where's Cassidy and the rest of his men?
He's asleep in camp over on the other side.
Shorty, you take care of Jenkins. Slim, when you hear a shot, run those horses into the herd. You know what to do.
Get on, high. Come on, get up.
Come, boys, don't. You're all covered.
All right, boys, get the guns. Get over there. Go on.
All right, Lucky. What's this all about, Carson?
Just rounding up a few horse thieves.
It looks more like murder to me.
Or if it is, we'll charge it up to you.
What are you driving at?
Oh, I see how you made that Vista Grande ranch into a valuable piece of property. You ain't fooling nobody, Cassidy. You got that ranch stocked with stolen cattle.
You wouldn't say that if you didn't have that gun in your hand.
You know the law of the range and how it works. You're gonna stand trial right here. And if the evidence is against you, you know what to expect.
What's this all about, Carson? You're bucking the government, and that's serious business.
A horse thief's a horse thief. There ain't a jury in the West that won't hold with me. But don't worry, you'll get a square deal. Tie him up, boys. Let's get started with this trial.
Trial? This isn't a trial, it's murder.
Take it easy, Lucky.
Since when is it murder to kill a horse thief? And there's no mistaking the XXX brand. These horses and 7 more were in your herd, Cassidy. And you can't deny that that's my brand.
I'm not denying it.
Well, they didn't get there by themselves.
Of course they didn't. You put them in there.
Is that all you got to say in your own defense?
There's no use for me to talk. Anything I'd say wouldn't matter.
But finding my horses in your herd is evidence enough for me. And we find them guilty. That's right, ain't it, men?
There's a nice grove of trees on our way back. Just made to order.
That's a good idea. When you get the herd ready to start, take them along with you. I'm going back to the ranch. Come here a minute, Hawks. I'm leaving it up to you to finish the work, including Cassidy. And get that herd delivered to Jordan by tomorrow night.
Right. You two boys saddle up Cassidy's horses. Brad, take the boys and round up the strays in the neck of the canyon.
All right.
I'll take care of this side. Get going, boys. I thought you were too smart to be caught the way you were tonight, Cassidy.
Wasn't Cassidy's fault, it was mine.
Oh, don't go blaming yourself, Lucky.
Ain't no need of bemoaning what's already happened. Big question is, how are we going to get out of this fix?
You ain't a-going to get out of it.
You're sure a cheerful guy.
That's funny. My boys think the same thing. Shooting that thing ain't gonna get you no help.
I don't expect it will. I'm trying to find out if you polecats busted it up for me.
I'll be back directly.
Hey, Wendy, ain't things bad enough without having to listen to that thing, too?
somebody moving around up there on the ridge. What looks like boots?
Well, 'tis him. I know that pony in a place.
He's heard it, Hoppy.
Yeah. He's trying to find out where it comes from.
Give him another one. He's coming down.
You know, Hoppy, that boy reminds me of T.R. himself. Now there's a fella that gets...
Boots. How'd you ever find us, Boots?
Just by using my head.
Hey, what do you think of my bugling now?
Come on, let's get out of here. We haven't got much time. Let's get the other boy.
Did they round up all the strays?
Shorty and his boys are doing that now.
As soon as he comes back, get the herd started.
Hey, wait a minute, it's Hawks. Everybody get back where you was and act like you're still tied up. Boots, get back of that rock. Leave Hawks to me. All right, Lucky, tie him up.
We won't have to tie him, Hoppy. His own knife got him.
Smoky, Lucky, Windy, come here. Smoky, get that gun off the horse there. Now listen, boys, there's no sense in trying to fight our way out here. We only got 2 guns. The only thing we can do is to start a fire back here in the canyon and stampede the horses out.
I've got a gun.
Good. Here, you take this one. Lucky, you take 2 or 3 of the boys and go back in the canyon and start the fire. But wait till you get a signal from Windy.
Right.
Smoky, you take the rest of the boys and go out the neck of the canyon and wait for the horses to come out and herd them right into the fort. Hey, can you get on your horse all right from here?
Sure.
Go right ahead. Hurry up.
All right, fellas, get the rest of it.
We got all the strays bunched in the neck of the canyon. You can move the herd anytime you want it.
Where's Ed?
He's back there.
All right, you two join Ed and start the herd a moving.
All right, fellas, light it.
pesky critters are quieting down a little now, I guess.
Yeah. You boys better get some rest, then we'll start out again. I want to get to the fort by tomorrow night.
If that's the case, I'm going to get a little shut-eye.
Oh.
What's all the racket for? Everything's busted wide open. Cassidy and his men got loose in Ghost Canyon, stampeded the herd. What happened to men? Shorty got killed. I don't know about the rest. We gotta stop Cassidy and get that herd back before he gets to the pass. Wake up the rest of the boys. Let's get started before daylight.
boss wants you right away, quick!
All right, boys, stand your horses.
All right, come on.
Barbara, what's the trouble?
Carson headed for Ghost Canyon to stop Mr. Cassidy from bringing your horses in.
Orderly, call the bugler.
Yes.
I'll ride ahead and warn Mr. Cassidy.
Very good, Miss Barbara. We won't be far behind you. Sound boots and saddles.
After the herd. We can stand him off, can't we, Hoppy?
No, we haven't got enough ammunition.
I told him, Major. He's sending help.
Well, that's good, but we can't take any chances. We'll have to swim these horses across the river. Lucky, give me your gun. You take care of Barbara and Boots. Hey, Windy, start him across, and when you get him over there, herd him into that bluff, and don't worry about me.
Come on, Barbara. Come on, Boots.
All right, boys, put him across. Come on. Forward.
I got you covered.
Get those armed, former prisoners escort.
Well, you got here just in time, Lieutenant.
Glad we did.
We heard the shooting, Hopkins. What we better get here?
Well, if it hadn't been for the cavalry here, I sure could have used you. But we can thank Miss Barbara for that. All right, Lieutenant, you take the prisoners. We'll get the horses started for the fort. Come on, Wendy.
Hey, wait for me, will you, Hoppy?
Forward. Hello.
Goodbye, Lucky. I hope you are lucky.
Goodbye, Cassidy. Wish we were going with you.
So do I, Major.
Goodbye, Hop. Lieutenant Cassidy.
Goodbye, Boots. All right, Wendy. Forward trot. Never mind the bugle. Forward trot. Go!